Hey, welcome to the Czabecast. You know us by now. Czabe, Scotty, Hal, Solly. I want to talk recruiting today because one John Wall is a very hot recruit out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and guess who's going after him?
Who?
Duke.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, the Dukies are going after him. You've probably seen his stuff on YouTube, Galdi, because I know you like to scout high school players.
Always.
He's been, one of the highlights calls him the sickest player in the world.
I'm sure he is.
You don't think any recruit has ever been called that before?
No, never.
Yeah,
and
never.
no one's ever been wrong on an evaluation of a recruit.
Gold, you sound like me.
He's been to, the only problem is he's 6'4", high leaper, great all-court game. He's already said he's going straight to the pros after his one and done.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd think that maybe Krzyzewski would say, I'm not the kind of player I'm looking for.
Not anymore.
Duke,
Not anymore. Can't say
not
that now.
anymore is
I
right.
used to not like the one and dones. They gave me the hives.
Because Duke has become a glorified mid-major come tournament time, haven't they?
In some ways, yeah.
And you know why? They haven't had athletic NBA-caliber guards since Duhan left. And Duhan wasn't even supposed to be an NBA-caliber guard until he inexplicably stuck in the NBA
It's
as a
amazing
second-round pick.
how he's had more of a career than Jason Williams.
Yes.
It is incredible.
Right. And Jason Williams, even though his motorcycle accident cut short the movie, probably wasn't going to be that great of an NBA guard, right?
Didn't look like it, no.
Even William Avery, who left too early, didn't make it as an NBA guard. They'd give their left testicle down in Durham for a player of that caliber right now.
What's wrong with being just as athletic or just as okay enough as a team like Belmont?
Well,
Does that not cut it?
No, because
And Belmont was fun to watch. Blame the
floor-slapping
three-pointer.
whiteys like Greg Paulus, that ain't going to work no
Wojo
more.
the third.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wojo, Chris Collins. Those guys had lottery pick big men around them to sort of offset the fact that they were 6 points, 4 assists, and 1 turnover. Yay, no turnovers. But otherwise unathletic guards. So Duke is going after this guy, Galdi, and he's already pretty much locked and loaded for Baylor because Baylor has already hired his AAU coach as its director of player development.
has that ever happened before?
I think it's a first,
Yeah.
I think.
Something like that's been happening for time immemorial, as your man Tony Soprano used to say.
Also, Wall has been kicked off his AAU team for behavior issues. Plus, he's in his 5th year of high school at his 3rd different school, which Nigel Tufnell would have said,
That'd be 15 years then, wouldn't it?
no, it's,
Third school, 5th year, 15.
it's a long time to be in high school, isn't
I thought
it?
you just went for 3 or
Right.
4 years.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to go to high school for 4 years at one school, if possible,
Mm-hmm.
not 5 over 3.
Correct.
But Duke apparently is in there throwing elbows, and Baylor, Galdi, Baylor, the program that was shut down with Dave Bliss's shameful lies about the murder of a teammate.
Yeah. Well, this is what you see, though, with the whole AAU connection, that a guy like Beasley will choose Kansas State, of all places. A guy like this will choose Baylor,
Why
of
did
all
he?
places.
Why did he choose?
Dude,
Kansas
K-State has
for
a long
instance?
basketball tradition.
Yeah, the academics, I think, and the culture.
No,
and the
maybe
scenery
maybe it was because they
of
hired
Manhattan.
a friend
Oh,
of a
right,
buddy
yeah,
for
right, that's
$400,000 to be an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Oh, a
It's-
$400,000 assistant coach, dude. That's a lot of money for an assistant coach, isn't it?
It's very sleazy, this recruiting.
The whole thing's a joke, but I heard you say this the other day, and I agree. If the NCAA is not going to care about it and not going to police it, then why should other coaches?
Jump in the pool while
The
the
heck
water
with
is
it.
warm.
Exactly.
Well, it's your coach, Gary Williams,
Well,
at
but
Maryland, who doesn't want to play this game.
Right, but that's the point. I mean, it's not up to him to be like the moral police of college basketball. And if the NCAA itself is going to let this stuff happen, then fine.
Then you should exploit it.
Yeah, then
Jim,
fine.
Jim Calhoun, gangster. If his mom was recruiting the player he wanted,
Bullet through the skull.
he'd drive her right off a cliff with his car.
He would play the AAU team first.
Yeah.
That's all. That's how the Rudy Gay thing went down.
Yeah.
Ask Gary Williams.
Calipari, gangster. Okay.
The loopholes are there. I mean, I think it's misdirected anger. Do we applaud the guys for taking the moral high ground? Yeah, but we also turn around and go, dude, the loophole's there. Everybody's doing it. Go ahead.
I got a feeling, though, that even though John Wall might be the sickest player in the world, according to YouTube, there'll be another one next year.
Yeah.
There'll be some other high school dude that can dunk that is labeled the sickest dude ever.
That's how it works.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you next time.